How many of you wake up and ask yourself, what obstacles does the day have in store for you? What obstacles? What are you going to face today that you didn't see coming and it's going to screw up your whole day? Ask yourself that question, right? Your day starts where? Think about it. When you get up in the morning, you go in the bathroom, restroom, whatever you want to call it, take care of some business, you brush your teeth, you wash your face. Your day ends in the bathroom slash restroom. Take a shower, you brush your teeth, you go to bed. As you're brushing your teeth, as you're washing your face, you're in the mirror. Your day begins and ends in the mirror. Every obstacle or battle you face begins in the mirror. You, your biggest battle is in the mirror. My biggest battle is in the mirror. Everything that takes place in that mirror is either you convincing yourself of what you need to do versus what you want to do versus what you're gonna do, all takes place in the mirror. The beautiful thing about that mirror, when you brushing your teeth, when you washing your face, you can't hide from yourself. You have to look at yourself in that mirror. Your biggest battle that you face on a day-to-day basis is in the mirror. What kind of person are you going to be today? You going to be accountable? You going to be reliable? You going to be dependable? Or you just going to check out on everybody? All of that takes place in the mirror. Now, for some of us, we understand that. It's no more humbling experience to be in that mirror in the morning and reflect on yesterday, on how that day was, what happened, what transpired throughout that day, during the day, that impacted you and still impacting you the next morning. All in the mirror. There's a lot of power in the mirror because you can't run from who you are. You can't run from what you did or didn't do. You are accountable to yourself. And you have to be accountable to yourself in order to grow. It all starts in the mirror. I wish that I could sit here and tell you differently, but that ain't the case. Everything you did, great or bad, It all starts in the mirror. Most people think having running water to brush your teeth and wash your face in the morning and warm water that is very significant. Nah. Being able to see yourself and reflect on your choices is more powerful. You're in the mirror. You made choices yesterday that you ain't happy with. It's going to be a reflection in the mirror. You feel a way about those choices, it's going to reflect in the mirror. The mirror provides the most accountability to you. Not your spouse, not your children, not the company you work for or the business you run. When you look in that mirror, you are accountable for your actions, what you did or didn't do. And too many times people will get in that mirror and try to rush the process. Hurry up and brush your teeth. Mouthwash. Wash my face. If you can't stand to see yourself in a reflection, because that energy that you projected into your day is going to be reflective in the mirror. It's going to be looking right back at you. Now, I don't say this to point a finger at anyone listening. I say this to simply reflect, because I also have my battles in the mirror. Whatever I did that I could have done better, whatever I didn't do that I didn't even attempt, I'm looking at in the mirror. My conscious awareness is very present in the mirror. Everything that we think about, everything that we go through, every thought, positive or negative, that energy is in the mirror. So I challenge you to get more comfortable with being in the mirror. Because when you got a mirror of you, your face, your eyes, your reflection, looking back at you, now you're accountable to yourself. And now you can say to yourself, I messed up. I was on some sucker shit. All in the mirror. We don't utilize it enough. Too many times we go through life and we're, most of the time when you're going to a job, if you in a vehicle, you have 3 mirrors. You got your left rear view, your right rear view, then you got your rear view up in the windshield to look behind you. You're reacting to what's on side of you and what's behind you and not what's in front of you. And that's where that mirror in your bathroom provides the most insight to you. Now, whether you take advantage of that or not, that's something totally different. Something totally different. But that mirror gives you the most insight to know what's on side of you, or what's behind you, but what's in front of you. What's important to you. How you gonna pivot? How you gonna move throughout this day? What did you do yesterday that's questionable that you gotta react to today? All of that presents itself in the mirror. Biggest battle you will ever face in your life is in the mirror, because you can't hide from yourself. You can't. You might want to. You might want to tuck your tail. You might want to run from what you caused. But the minute you get in front of a mirror and you actually look yourself in the eyes, you can see what you stand for. You can see what you stand on. Now, some people, they have no shame. Some people, they don't give a damn. And that's cool. The mirror will never lie to you about how you feel about yourself. Because if you look yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, you already answered your question. It's like that saying, a picture says 1,000 words. You ever look back at a picture of yourself in a certain environment, at a certain place? You ever looked at that? I've looked at pictures of myself and I said to myself in those moments what those pictures said to me. I haven't lived a perfect life. I haven't been free of emotions or emotional stress or emotional awareness. So if I saw a picture of me and I'm dealing with certain things, guess what? The eyes never lie. You can look in the mirror. You can try to distance yourself from reality. Look yourself in the eye. The eyes don't lie. You ever been in public and met someone, or just you moving about in a respectful manner, grocery store, auto parts store, whatever. You see someone, hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? How you doing, sis? Keep it moving. But some of these guys, you could look in the eye when you're saying, hey, brother, how you doing? Hey, what's going on, brother? You could see it in their eyes what they're capable of. You don't acknowledge it to them, but when you get away from it, it's like, I see it. That mirror possesses the same power. You can't run from it. You may want to. You may try to distance yourself from it as much as you can. You may want to tuck tail because you got to be held accountable. That mirror don't lie. And I'm not saying that just to you. I'm saying that for myself. There's a lot of things that I've done or wish that I'd done better. That when I wash my face and I brush my teeth and I look myself in the eye in that mirror, damn, that's what you want? You better than that. You on some real sucker shit. And I say that with love because sometimes it takes going through certain situations for us to reflect, for us to acknowledge, for us to see the error in our ways. But sometimes because we do our best to get out of that marriage as quick as possible, we ain't accountable to ourselves. Now, my wife can look at me and I be accountable for my actions. My children can look at me and I be accountable for my actions. But when I'm looking at me, I can't hide from the accountability of my actions. Same applies to you. What are you doing in your life to get you to the next spot? Are you dodging accountability? Are you dependable for your family? Are you reliable for your family? Are you the glue that keeps your family together? What are you dealing with? That shit shows up in the mirror. Trust me. You wake up feeling a certain way. You go in the bathroom, you handling your business. But when you get to that mirror, you're going to see something on yourself that you didn't see because you wasn't in a mirror. It's easy to walk about society when you don't have a reflection of yourself. But if you did something you know you wasn't supposed to do, and you're in that mirror, it's going to present itself. And you're going to see it. It's almost like a energy that only you see because only you know your actions. The mirror is battle tested and proven. How are you going to change that? What are you going to do about it? And I'm saying you a lot because I want each and every person that's listening to understand that when you get in front of that mirror and you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with, it's looking right back at you. The obstacle at hand that you have is, what are you going to do? What are you not going to do about it? What can you do to change the circumstances? What can you do to better the situation? What did you do that you should have done better? All in that mirror. All right there, looking at you. Now, you could easily say, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be held accountable. You want to hide from it. I would suggest you pick another route. The sooner you get in the mirror and reflect based upon what's in the mirror, the better your life will be, the better your circumstances will be, because you're not hiding from it. I messed up. I did wrong over here. I'm acknowledging that. I ain't running from it. Now, I can't speak for my audience, but I can speak for myself. I'm the kind of person that I would rather acknowledge it up front to get past it so that I can grow out of that situation. I'm not going to prolong it. And I ain't going to hold on to it either. And what I mean by holding on to it is if I done something that I highly regret, but it impacts someone else more than me, I'm not going to allow the guilt to build on my conscience beyond my responsibility to that situation. The closest analogy I can give you to this is death. And when I say that, I don't mean death in the sense of you kill somebody or I kill somebody. I mean it in the sense of someone has passed on, one of the elders of your community, of our community, has passed on. Once that body, if I'm at the funeral, once that body is lowered into that vault, that's it. Whatever I didn't do, whatever I could have done better, all of that went down in that moment. That's a closed chapter. So from that point forward, I am trying to better myself based upon my lack of inactions to that individual, but it's going to be projected onto people around me that I care about. That mirror got a unbelievable, that mirror has an unbelievable power that we don't realize, that we don't recognize, for the simple fact most people are very selfish in their ways. Think about that. Most people are very selfish. If you only care about yourself, then I'll be real with you. This conversation we having don't really apply to you. It don't. I reflect in the mirror what I could have done better for my sons, what I could have done better for my wife, what pain I caused. It's a lot of accountability in that mirror. It's almost like a damn credit statement. What did you do? How do people around you feel in that mirror? I can't run from that. Now, there may be someone that's listening that's like, yeah, shit, I don't care about that. That ain't my angle. And I respect that. What I will say is, each to his own. For me personally speaking, I want to be held to a standard where my children trust me, where my wife trusts me. When I look in the mirror, I trust me. Now, have I been perfect in making certain decisions? Hell no. I haven't. I haven't been perfect in I haven't been perfect. Is there some things that I could have done better that I didn't do? Yeah. If you can't tell yourself that there's some things that you wish you would have done better that you didn't do, then you might just want to go ahead and just stop this episode. Because we dodged that accountability aspect as to what we didn't do, what we could have done better, but I don't give a damn. I'm doing me. I ain't on that. There's a lot of things I wish I'd done better, I could have done better to change my circumstances. At the same time, I'm on some other shit. And when I say that, what I mean is I'm steadily trying to grow beyond a situation that I encountered. I'm trying to grow beyond my situation right now. I'm trying to grow. And everyone should be trying to grow. If you're not, that's cool. I ain't mad at you, right? But don't deny the fact that when you look at yourself in the mirror, whether that's in the bathroom, whether you in your vehicle, and you looking at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? And answer that question truthfully. Don't lie to yourself. The worst thing you could do is lie to yourself. What do you see when you look in the mirror and this situation has turned into this situation and you reflecting on how it even got to that situation? What do you see? What do you see? Ask yourself that question. What do you see? Do you see someone that's going to prosper? Do you see someone that's doing what they need to do? Do you see someone that's getting ready to blow? You paid your dividends. Now you about to blow. Do you see that? Because even right now, at my age, I can think back to my younger days, middle school, high school. I saw a lot of stuff in the mirror I didn't understand at the time, but now that I look up and I reflect, I saw it for what it was. I got to be accountable to myself. I got to think about what I did last night, the night before, what I did yesterday, or what I could have done better. All of that shows up in the mirror. It's an energy. It's no different than any other energy when you meet a stranger. If they ain't giving you good energy, you distance yourself. But the mirror is an energy reflected upon you. So what do you see when you see yourself? Because if you see certain things in that mirror, when you see yourself, guess what other people see? They see the same thing. I've been there. I've been there. I could sit here today and say, I'm very happy with the circumstances that I'm in right now because when I look in the mirror and I see a dude that's trying, always thinking about the next level to better himself. I ain't thinking about today, I'm thinking about tomorrow, I'm thinking about next month. Most people stuck on today and yesterday. What I did yesterday ain't doing nothing for me today unless I did something positive yesterday. But I'm still accountable for my actions when I look in that mirror. Some people don't want to be held accountable. What's that saying? Throw the brick, hide your hand. I remember the first time I heard that. Throw the brick, hide your hand. One thing I can say about me, I can't speak for the audience, but I hope y'all are in alignment. I've never been on cowardice behavior. I'm not about to throw the brick and hide my damn hand. You gonna know I threw this shit. I want you to know I threw this shit. I want you to know. If something happened between me and you, I want you to be able to say, Kevin Brown did it. Because I don't care who get credit for whatever or whatever. All I care about is, I did it. I'll be accountable for that. I take that on the chin. But everybody ain't built the same. There's some people that just want to throw the brick high in the air. That mirror is a beast. I ain't gonna even sit here in front, man. That mirror is a beast. For some people, well, and I apologize if you hear my dog barking in the background. Just me and her right now. But at home. Just me and her. We chilling. But that mirror is something else, man. And I want y'all to really get comfortable with being in that mirror. The closer you get to it, the more you identify with it. Look yourself in the eye. I challenge you. Look yourself in the eye, in the mirror. When you're doing what you need to do in the morning, look yourself in the eye. Don't hide from yourself. Don't deny yourself. That's true accountability. And you want that. You want that. Look in that mirror. Get real comfortable with yourself. Look yourself in the eye. Get real comfortable with that visual. At that point, that's when you ask yourself some questions about yourself that you wish you would have done better, or circumstances you wish you would have done better, or situations you wish you would have done better. The mirror. Ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't gonna lie to you. And if you got a full body mirror in your home, I challenge you. I challenge you. If you got a full body mirror, like a 6-foot mirror in your home, when you jump out of the shower and you dry off, go stand in front of that mirror, that full body mirror, with no clothes on. Look at yourself. What could you have done better? And I ain't pointing the finger. Because myself, what could I have done better? I could have ate less sugar. I could have ate a salad. I could be healthier. I could be slimmer, right? You can't hide from yourself in the mirror, and that's why I love it. There's no greater accountability for anybody than what is happening in the mirror. Now, you can sit there and say, I don't have a mirror. That's fine. I've seen places where there ain't no mirrors in the bathroom. It's a mirror at your job. Is it? But I will tell you this. Everyone got a smartphone. And you can flip that camera around and do a selfie. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. What's happening now? You ain't got to take a picture of yourself. You can just look at yourself in live. What do you see? Because whatever you see on your phone screen and that selfie mode on your phone, same thing in the mirror. You can run from accountability all you want. The moment you keep running from it and you're never accountable for anything, guess what? You will never grow beyond the situation that you in because you ain't accountable for the situation that you in. You're gonna be stagnant. And I'm not saying that as a negative. I'm saying that as a positive. The moment you get to that point where you are accountable for what you have done, accountable for any of your actions, infractions, whatever has transpired, now you can grow. Now you can grow. Just remember, the day starts and ends in the mirror. If you're a religious person and you pray, say your prayers when you wake up, say your prayer when you go to sleep. But prior to that prayer, you're going to be in a mirror. And that mirror is going to give you the same energy that you give yourself. And if you're going to hide from accountability, there's no need to be in a mirror. You might as well pull it off the wall. I mean that with love. If you can't be accountable in the mirror and you can't handle the energy that you put in that mirror throughout your day and be accountable for it, how can you be accountable to others? How can you be helpful to others? How can you be a benefit to others if you can't even be held accountable for the energy that you put out? And I don't say that with hate. I say that with love. The mirror. That's your greatest battle. Everything is in the mirror. Energy in the mirror. Once again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Checking out the episode. The battle is in the mirror.